In this week's video, I'm going to show you how I made this awesome funnel infographic. Guess what? I have 5 PowerPoint slide templates that I want to give to you for absolutely free. Each and every slide is fully customizable to your needs. Whether you're presenting to your boss, your professor, your colleague, your employees, or your mother-in-law, you can use these 5 slides in any way that you'd like. And to get them, you only have to do just one thing. Click on the first link on the YouTube description and sign up to the SlideCow mailing list. Your welcome email will consist of a download link with these slides. Thank you and enjoy. Welcome back to another video from SlideCow. My name is Yo-Yo and I'm going to help you make your slides amazing. This week's video is a little tedious, but the results are awesome. We're going to make a funnel infographic that looks pretty damn amazing. There's a lot to get through, so let's get started. Step 1, make the funnels. All right, so assuming that you guys have a blank slide, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to Insert, click on Shapes, and then you want to click on this shape over here, which is the trapezoid or trapezoid or whatever you want to call it. You want to click on that and draw something that looks like this. Now you want to make the sides of this a little bit steeper by holding the yellow dot over here and moving it to the right like so. Once that's done, you want to rotate it upwards so it's standing up like this, and you also actually want to make it so that the taller side is on the left. So you want to go to Arrange, Rotate, and then Flip Horizontal. So it's something like that. Now what you want to do is you want to expand the shape a bit so you have something that looks like this, and you want to make sure it doesn't have an outline. So now what you want to do is you want to go to Insert, click on Shapes, and then click on the oval or circle shape over here. Just draw out a circle that looks like this. The goal now is to match the top of the circle and the bottom of the circle with the corners of the shape that you just made. So to do this, I'm just going to change the color of the circle. I'm going to remove the outline like so, and I'm just going to get to work here. I'm just going to try and do this as best as I can. I'm not going to try and achieve perfection or anything, but I want to, get close to as perfection as possible. So this looks great. Once that's done, I'm just going to go and press Control Shift on this circle, drag it all the way to the right like this, and do the exact same thing for the other side. So I'm going to bring that down over here, and I'm going to bring that up over here. So I'm going to look at it now, and I'm going to make sure that this circle is the same color as this shape, because we are going to combine them later. So Format Painter, boom. Okay, so I've already noticed that there's a little bit of a, a bump at the end. I'm going to try and limit that as much as possible. That, maybe bring it in a bit, bring that down a bit. All right, yep, that looks fine. There we go, that looks absolutely awesome. All right, so once you're done with that, you want to click on the circle, click on the bigger shape that you just made over there, go to Format, Merge Shapes, and then click on Union. So if you're a bit of a perfectionist like me, I'm gonna remove some points from this shape just to smooth it out and smooth out the edges, the rough edges. To do that, I'm going to click on this shape here. I'm going to go to Format, go to Edit Shape, Edit Points, just zoom in here. And you see these little black boxes? Each of these black boxes over here represent a point, right? I'm going to hold Control and delete the points over here until I get a smooth line. So I'm going to delete this, I'm going to delete that, all right? And I'm going to delete this, I'm going to delete that. That way, there are only 4 distinct points on the shape that you can see over here. And, there's not many rough edges that we can sort of look at and that distorts our slide. So I think that looks awesome. All right, so we have one part of the funnel. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight everything, press on Control G, and just Control Shift and drag this to the right. I'm going to hold Shift and then press down left until I get something smaller than the last one. So this, for example, could work. And then I'm going to do the same thing 2 more times. Does this work? Nope. That could work. One more here. All right, awesome. Once that's done, you want to highlight everything. You want to go to Arrange, Align, and then Distribute Horizontally, and then Arrange, Align, and then Align Middle, just to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned, which it should be. So then once you're all happy, you want to group up everything. You want to expand the size just a bit because we need to play around with a lot of images coming forward, and you're just going to place it over here And that is the first step completed. Step 2, make the arrow. All right, to do this, you want to go to Insert, click on Shapes, and then you want to click on the same shape that we used before, which was the trapezoid shape or trapezoid or whatever you want to call it. You want to draw it out like this. You want to rotate it to the right, and you want to bring it over here. I'm going to change the color of this so you guys can see the shapes in their full form. So I'm going to right click this and send it to back, and I'm going to expand the size, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this yellow dot here and just bring it down until I know that the shape goes through all of the points that we just have. So this will work. Just bring it down a bit more. All right, awesome. That works. So let's just move that to the right a bit so we can cover more surface area. All right, hooray for us. That looks great. What I'm also going to do now is I'm also going to click on this shape over here. I'm going to remove the outline first of all, and then I'm going to click on Edit Shape, Edit Points. So what I'm going to aim for here is I'm going to right click this point over here and then click on Smooth Point. Now, I know that things look really weird, all right? But just bear with me. You want to click on this black point over here and bring it up just there. And then you want to click on this square, the white square on the right. And you want to tilt it and rotate it towards the right until you get an effect like this, right? You want to see it come down like that, okay? That's what you're aiming for. So once you have that, you're golden. You want to go over here and you want to fix up this shape as well so that it's straight. So I'm going to click on this anchor point here, the black one on the right side over here, and just bring this down like so. And I think that looks fantastic. All right, so once that's done, what you want to do now is you want to go to Insert, click on Shapes. Now again, bear with me here, there's a lot to go through. Click on Rectangle and you want to cover up half of the shape, right, as you see it. It doesn't have to be perfectly half, but it has to slice through. So something like this will be fine. Then I'm going to click on this rectangle over here, right click and send to back, and then I'm going to click on the big orange shape that we just made over here. In fact, let me just change the color so you guys see the difference. So I'm going to click on this arrow shape that we just made, and then I'm going to click on this green rectangle that we just made, and I'm going to go to Format, Merge Shapes, and then I'm going to click on Intersect. So I have something like this. So I'm going to duplicate that image. I'm going to go to Home. I'm going to go to Arrange. I'm going to go to Rotate, and I'm going to click on Flip Vertical. I'm going to bring that down. Try and align it as best as I can. So it works like this. So do you see what I'm trying to aim for here? I'm looking for a curved arrow coming from the left side all the way to the right side, so that when you look at it, you see a little bit of a curve going downhill just like that. So with that done, I'm just going to move this up just a bit. I'm going to highlight both these guys here, go to Merge Shapes, Union, and I'm going to get rid of this little tail here. It's annoying me. I'm just going to go to Insert Shapes, draw it out like this, just cut it off. Boom. Perfect. I think that looks absolutely dandy. We can actually expand the size of this, oops, and see what we get. Look at that. How awesome is that? Perfect. Love it. So what you want to do now is you just want to go to Insert, click on Shapes, click on this triangle, draw a triangle like this, rotate it to the right like so, stick it in. Just make it the same color. Make sure that you take a good look at it first. Does that make sense? Maybe if I just made it a bit thinner like so. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to click on the big arrow shape that we have over here. Go to Merge Shapes, Union. Right click, send to back. And that's the second step completed. Step 3, make the arrow go through the funnel. All right, so for this step, what you want to do is you want to duplicate whatever you have. You want to make sure that in your duplicated slide, you're ungrouping everything. So you're ungrouping the shapes as well as the individual shapes that they come with. So you want to make sure that basically all your circles here are freestanding, right? Something like that. You want to highlight all of the gray circles that we just made earlier. You want to go to Format, Merge Shapes, and then click on Union. Now right click and click on send to front so you know exactly where those circles are. So with that done, what you want to do now is you want to click on the orange arrow first, then the group of circles you just made here, go to Format, Merge Shapes, and then click on Intersect. Boom. There. These are the shapes that you need. Just copy it, go over here, and paste it. All right? Now, already you can see what I'm aiming for here. I made sure that the arrow was going through the funnels. It wasn't just, a little effect like, oh, look, it's going behind the funnels. No. Through the funnels, guys. Through the funnels. So, just to seal the deal here, just to make sure that there's some sort of effect going on where, where you're showing off the illusion that the arrow is going through the funnels, you want to go to Format, Merge Shapes, Format Shape Fill, not Merge Shapes, Format Shape Fill, and click on the black color over here, then go to Shape Fill, More Fill Colors, and then go to Transparency and set that at 50%. All right, that right there looks awesome. And I'm gonna show you exactly why that's the case. Because now, whatever color that this is, you're gonna see a darker version of that color going through the funnel. And you're gonna see that come up in the next step. Step 4, start coloring. All right, so I'm gonna be using these colors over here. You can use whatever colors that you'd like. Let's start off with the funnels first. Just wanted to make sure everything was on groups I can color effectively. So I'm gonna go to Format Painter and click over there. Now notice how this color over here on the right side is a darker shade of the colors on the left side. That's what you should aim for. So when I do this, for example, it looks pretty damn cool. And I'm gonna do this for all of them. So this is gonna be yellow. This is gonna be a darker yellow over here. This is gonna be a green. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be a blue. It's gonna be a darker blue just over here. All right, awesome. Then I'm just gonna color this light beige. Cool. Look how cool that looks. I like it a lot. Step 5, add the icons and text. All right, so icons first. I'm gonna be bringing in these icons that you see right over here. These icons are completely editable, as you can see, and you can add outlines to them, you can color them in, you can make them small, you can stretch them out, you can do whatever you'd like with them. Very, very easy to customize. If you do not know how to bring in editable icons into your PowerPoint slide, or you don't have the Insert Icons button in your PowerPoint software, then do not worry. Please just click on the info button in the top right corner where I will take you to a link where you will learn how to bring in any sort of customizable icons or editable icons into your PowerPoint slide using 3 awesome techniques. But for right now, let's just stick to these. All right, so I'm going to bring in this little icon over here first. I'm gonna make it just a bit bigger, you see over here. And same thing over here. I think that looks good where it is. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. This one's just a bit too big. I think we're gonna make this a bit smaller, just like so. All right, so I'm gonna be clicking on all of these icons that you see just like that. And I'm going to go to Home, Arrange, Align, and then just Align Middle, just to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned. So I want to add a little bit of extra flair to this slide, just to make sure that there's some sort of 3D illusion going on. So I'm going to right click on these icons, and I'm going to click on Format Object that you see over here. I'm going to click on this pentagon, which symbolizes effects. You're going to click on that. You're going to click on 3D rotation. You're going to change the X rotation to 30. That way you can see that the icons are actually stuck to the funnel and you're looking at it from a perspective from the side, right? And that looks so much cooler than if you were to have it, something like this, right? So it sort of matches the infographic. So we're going to stick to that for now. And I think that looks great. Maybe we can actually increase the sizes of some of these just to show that there's some sort of illusion effect going on. So I'm going to do that now. All right, great. That looks awesome. Actually, we can play around with this just a bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna make that one just a tad smaller. There we go. Yes. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to Insert, click on Text Box, and then click on this text box over here and just draw one out just there. I'm gonna, paste in some gibberish. You can write whatever text you want. Just make sure that this is the text pre-funnel. So before it goes through the funnel phase, be sure to describe that process, whatever it may be. I'm going to set the font size to 12. I'm also going to press enter and type in heading at the top here. Change the heading font to Gotham Black. I'm going to center everything. So maybe widen it just a bit. So we have something like this. And I'm going to bring in that icon just at the top over here. Make it just a bit larger. Just like that. That way we can move this around just a bit more. All right, that looks great. Now I'm going to add some more text boxes to the funnels themselves. I'm just going to be copying this and, you know, bringing in one over here, drawing it out like that, and sticking it to the left over here. Yep, that looks nice. So one over here and one, actually, let's do something else. We're gonna go to insert, click on shapes, and then we're gonna click on the connector elbow over here, draw it out like this, and we're gonna make sure that this is black. Maybe make it a bit thicker, just a bit, not too much, but you know, just a tad thicker, like this. Right click, send to back. Bring this guy down a bit, like so. I'm gonna duplicate these two guys, bring one over here. And I'm gonna move this guy down a bit as well. Click send to back. Do the same thing for this guy over here. I'm gonna click on the connectors and right click and send to back. That looks awesome. And we're gonna bring this guy in here. We're gonna blow him up. So this is our finale. This is what we get at the end of the funnel. Duplicate this, bring him over here, stick it to the right side. And there we go. Maybe just bring it just like that. Awesome. There we go. Looks awesome. But we're just going to add a bit more flair to this by going to insert, clicking on shapes, and drawing out small circles like so. Even smaller than that, actually. Without an outline. Sticking it over here. And making the same colors. So that way, you know, we have that little bit of connection between the different elements. So one over here. Oops. And finally, one over there. Make it blue. Happy with that. Gonna highlight everything, bring that down. And we can now stick in a title. So text box, bring that up. Let's go like, let it flow. Center, Gotham Black. Bring this into the middle. Increase the size. There we go. There's our slide. And it looks fantastic. I love it. I love this so much. Look at that. So much better than the smart art infographic that you already get in your PowerPoints. Takes longer, but it is so much more effective. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. If you do like it, then please do comment, do share, and do subscribe. And please, 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 please subscribe to the Slack mailing list. There's some awesome content going on there. And you can actually reach me. You know, you can send me an email, you can talk to me, you can do whatever you'd like. I'd really, really, really appreciate if you did that. And you also get those 5 free slides. So I will see you guys in the next one. It's been awesome. This is Yo-Yo signing off. Bye-bye.